Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponnappa with Maruti Acharya. Today I am here with one of the most promising directors in Kannada cinema, which is Mr. Rohit Padaki. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hi. Thanks for coming here and talking to
Sure,
us.
our pleasure. First of all, how are you feeling?
Feeling about the film, feeling about the release.
About yourself, health-wise, are you fit and fine and well?
I am doing great. I am extremely satisfied with whatever is happening with the film, and the vibe is good, so it's all good.
The vibe is definitely good given the way Bangle Bangari has blown up into the scene. Like I spoke with Yuva Rajkumar or even the ladies of the film, everybody is vibing to Bangle Bangari right now. Everyone in my office, everyone here. So congratulations, first of all. The lyrics come with the lyric writer, but how involved are you with that? How much does all the songs give value to the film?
Usually, when we write a film, we will probably not have thought of any songs. But over the period of time, when we are finishing the script, there are few things which we cannot put it into a story and probably project it as a scene. So that is when the song idea comes in. That is how I look at it. So even Bangle Bangari for that matter, or Ekka for that matter, there is a story going on when there is this song coming up. So Bangle Bangari was narrated to Charan in such a way that this is the story which is happening in the background, and I just want a song which is celebrating the whole mood. And also we wanted a song where we wanted that nostalgic element of all the marriages and engagements in our lower middle class families and middle class families. So that is how the idea came up. And it was about the hero and the heroine and their romance where someone else is singing the song. It's like an orchestra where someone else is singing the song. And if you can see in marriages, and if you closely observe, there is one or other two guys
Right.
who are actually in love with some girls there, and they're going around. And this is happening in every marriage and every engagement, or probably in all the functions which we attend. So that was the idea.
And Ekkamar also is so different from each other, the two songs are. Even that must hold. Is that like an introduction to the character or something like that?
It's an introduction song, but again, it is a part of the film.
Okay.
It's not an exclusively introduction song to the hero, but it's a part of the film. It just gels with the film and flows with the film.
Okay. During our conversation with Yuva Rajkumar, he spoke about, in a way, the theme of the film is about ಎಲ್ಲ ಮನುಷ್ಯನೊಳಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಗು ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮೃಗ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. So a child as well as a demon.
Beast, yeah.
So can you elaborate, give us a director's perspective about this?
Where are you from?
I am from Kodagu.
So you come from Kodagu and you have settled down in Bangalore. Do you think you are the same person when if you go back to Kodagu, are you the same person there and you're
Not at all.
So that is because your innocence is not the same here. So that was the idea.
Okay.
So there are n number of people who come into the city and they lose their innocence. Why do we lose our innocence? It's just to make our livelihood. So that was the idea.
So if you were to compare the character Muttu to this innocence and demon, where does he stand? What does he represent?
No, everyone has both of it.
Okay.
Everyone has both of it. It's just that whom are we using right now? Even I have both the versions in me. It's just that what am I using right now?
Okay.
Because there might be situations where the kid is not there. The innocence is no more intact. So that is when the demon wakes up.
Okay. Another thing that we spoke about with a lot of interest in the interviews is there are a couple of one take shots in the film, an extended shot. So this is kind of becoming a trend. We keep seeing them, and it adds a lot of effect to the film. You get impressed by it, and one such example is the recent film Retro, the Tamil film, where this shot was there.
Yeah.
Your extended cut, how is this going to impact the film?
No, usually when we plan few shots, right, we look at the emotion of the film. Emotion of the scene, emotion of the shot. So if there is something or the other happening in the shot, I don't think we need to cut it.
Okay.
Right? There are a lot of elements if I'm keeping a frame and there are a lot of elements in it, I don't think it needs a cut. we can go for a long shot. I mean, we plan it accordingly. And for example, retro, I guess they have designed it in such a way that all the scenes are merged into one, probably around 15 to 16 minutes of that scene is in one shot, right? And that also adds an element of urgency to the whole story, because there are no cuts. We are following the character, and also our plan was to follow characters here. So that was one of the reasons why we followed. We had long takes, all that stuff. Yeah.
One thing that I wanted to ask you is, Uttarakaanda was what you were working on, and suddenly Ekka came. Apart from the situation that I also want to know about, was Ekka a story that you already had in your bank and then you developed when the situation came, or was it something that just popped in your head at that moment?
No, the theme was there. The theme of innocence, being going wrong, and all those themes were there. But there was no concrete story by then, and then we had, I don't know, I cannot explain you the process of how a story pops up. So I had the theme much before. I just wanted to work on it.
Okay. And then what was the situation that, pushed you towards Ekka and Uttarakaanda took a break of sorts?
Right. So Shivanna's health was one of the reasons.
Okay.
And we were contemplating on shooting it in August or somewhere in August. And then we had to push it due to few certain reasons. And then we heard about Shivanna, and then we thought we cannot shoot for the next 6 to 7 months because we have action heavy sequences. So we thought, and I couldn't sit idle by then, because from Ratnan Prapancha to Uttarakhand I had spent a lot of time. And then I thought, I cannot sit idle now, I have to make a film.
Okay.
I came back to Karthik and pitched this idea of this film. And they were pretty impressed, and then immediately, I guess hardly in around 5 to 6 days, we started the process of the film.
Nice. And what about Uttarakhanda? I promise I'll move on from this, but when can we expect that to take shape?
It will eventually happen, but we have to work around a lot of things, because there is Shivanna, there is Dhananjay, everybody's dates come into picture. It's a huge star cast.
Okay.
So it will eventually happen. It has to, see, how do I put it? The time probably has to come, the right time has to come, then I think we have to start.
All right, fine. About Ekka, I see a lot of posters here. Throughout the promotions that were happening, one poster and then another poster that looks so different from each other. Even here, when I came and sat here, I realized, yes, it looks so different. Each poster is so different from the other.
Right.
Beautiful as well, aesthetic as well, but so different from expression to everything. What was the approach here?
For the posters?
For the posters, for the character as well. I don't think it is just for the poster. So,
whatever you're seeing right now with the posters, right? There are different shades to the character. This is a very cliche element where a director sits in front of the camera and tells everyone that I have different shades to the character.
Right.
He plays different roles. He has multiple, dimensions to his character. But there is a character arc in my film, and that arc is what you're seeing here. From someone who is a village guy, who is a very innocent village boy, to someone who becomes what he becomes in the film. There is a character arc, and I guess all the posters depict it.
yeah.
So that is what the idea is.
Okay. I asked this question to the cast as well. One incident while shooting the film where you felt like, oh, this was a fun shoot, this was a fun day to shoot, and another incident where you felt like, this is hectic, is this going to end? I'm feeling that pressure or something like that.
I'm pretty sure the artist would have said every day was fun.
Yeah, sort of. They gave us instances also. For example, for the actresses, when Yuva was eating the laddus back to back,
was around
for
20,
them it was
laddus,
fun.
was, So, I have enjoyed every bit of it. Because every morning we used to come pepped up, wanted to shoot that day, because there was not a single day where even after all our, stress and everything, we wanted to shoot. We had a deadline. We wanted to achieve what we wanted to do. That was, every day was fun. And especially the fight sequence, the climax fight sequence was absolutely fun. Because it was challenging. We had a 360-degree shot. We had a very limited time to shoot it. The location was, very challenging for us. So that was fun. But apart from that, I mean, I had fun throughout the process of the film, while writing, while shooting, and probably even in the post-production.
There must have been some times when you were frustrated.
And also every day was a frustration for us. So let me put it that way, because it was all fun, but there was every day we were all frustrated every day because we had to shoot in live locations. We wanted that, there is one spirit in every location.
Right.
So we wanted to capture that. So if we couldn't do that, right, there is obviously frustration creeping up. So that was there every day, but overpowering that was our fun.
Fair, nice, well put. There was this, so the film has been shot in 75 days or something?
72, 73 days, yeah.
Right. And again, you say it is multiple outdoor shoots and all, and just the number 72 days, especially in today's time, seems like such a small number. And the reason when I asked for this, Yuva said that it was the planning of the whole direction team. How hard was it to plan it so meticulously that you could wrap it up in such a short span?
No, actually, 72 days for us, if you are putting it this way, 72 days is usually the time which we take to shoot a film.
Okay.
Right? My previous film was wrapped up in 42 days. Ratnan Prapancha was around 42 to 45 days. So it is okay. I mean, many of them are doing it. Many great directors in Kannada are doing it. But the whole idea was to bring it to screen in 9 months.
Okay.
That is a bit difficult. Right? And to do that, we have to plan schedules according to that. And that was challenging for us. And I have to give complete credit to my direction team for this, because everybody did their, they were assigned to a role and they were perfect in it. Yes, there were lapses here and there, but then, to achieve it in 3 to 4 months, the 75 days of shoot in 3 months is around 3.5 months is 20 days per month.
Right.
In a creative field, to go every day and shoot like a corporate company, it's not easy. And the toll which it takes on our body and mind is also it is very hard. But we have to give credit to them because it was meticulously planned. And the number of locations when we wrote our first film was around first draft was around 130.
Oh,
so we had to bring it down to around 70 locations. We had to shoot, and 72 days, 65 to 70 locations is not easy at all. Because every day you need to shift it. If it was in a particular location, and we could have finished it in 30-35 days.
Right.
So I think we had enough experience as well, because we had Satya Hegde with us.
Okay, yeah.
So we had good. The direction team was all young. They were all ready to
dynamic
go
and ready to run. Yeah.
So we had that advantage there.
Okay. The action in the film. I heard that there are multiple action sequences. One is very raw and sort of a one take, and all of that was there. So how is the action in the film? What can people expect in it?
No, I did not want to bring in that proper heroic elements into the film, because we are talking about a very common man who has come to Bangalore and his life has changed. He just can't fly around and be a superhero. He can become a superhero after this. That was our idea. So all the fights were designed around this idea of let it be very raw, real. It should happen as if it is happening right next to us and we are watching a fight. So that was the brief we gave to all the action directors. If you see a chase which we have done in Kashi, people did not know where we kept the cameras. In fact, artists did not know where we kept our cameras. So we just wanted them to run, chase, and then we capture it. So that was how the idea, the whole planning was.
Wonderful. Okay, so this part, since we are India today, we make this thing that while speaking about films, if you're speaking about Kannada films, we also recommend, suggest, talk about others for the audiences to know what other film to watch. In a similar fashion, I'd like to ask you, who is your favorite hero in Kannada cinema?
Right now?
Right now, ever?
It is obviously the only name which pops up is Dr. Rajkumar, Vishnuvardhan sir, Ambrish sir, Shankar Nag sir, Anant Nag sir. We have such great actors here. If I am looking at this period, it is Dhananjay.
Okay, good, nice.
Shivanna obviously, there was Appu sir. There are many, I mean I'm naming
Right.
everyone almost. Yeah.
And about if given only 3 films to suggest, Kannada films, for your friends who's from other states, which 3 films would you suggest?
Bangarada Manusha, that is one film I think everybody should watch. Mayura, that is one other film. And any of Puttana Kangalsar's film, any of it, because probably every book is a textbook in itself. Every film is a textbook in itself.
Re-releases have been the trend recently. So if 3 films were to re-release that you would love to go to the theaters and watch, apart from the 3 that you just spoke about, which 3 would you suggest?
Om, any day.
Yes.
I would go to theaters even if I watched it yesterday, 2 hours before, even if it is running in theaters after 2 hours, I will go back and watch it. Om is one film. The other film would be Ratnan Prapancha. I want it to be released in theaters and people they have to watch it in theaters. Which other film? Jackie, maybe, yes. Jackie is a great release.
Okay. If you were to suggest one director from Kannada cinema, which director would you ask? Suggest for your friends from other states who are discovering Kannada cinema.
Puttana Kanagal.
Yeah, you mentioned Puttana Kanagal sir's films, so somebody else?
Shankarna.
Okay, someone in the recent times.
Rishabh Shetty.
Okay, nice.
I took so long because we have a number of great directors here. Why I would suggest Rishabh Shetty is because of his grounded storytelling. I love his grounded storytelling and he represents our culture in his films.
Nice.
So that is one thing I think people should watch out for.
Okay. If you'd like to address the audience about the film Ekka, what would
No, I don't think I have anything to tell the audience because if they have liked the content which we have put out and if they are really enjoying it and if they have that curiosity to come to the theaters and watch us, they'll definitely do. So me requesting you guys to come to theaters, I know it will not work because even I am an audience. People, whenever they request, we have never gone to theaters.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that all the content which I leave out and all the songs, everything which is coming out will be an invitation to you guys for you to come to theaters. And I'm hoping that you make time to watch our film in theaters.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time and all the best for the film.
Thank you.
Ekka releases in theaters on July 18th. Myself and Maruti Acharya will be at the theaters covering all the fan craze, the earliest show possible, also reviewing the film. Make sure to check all of them out. But before all that, book your tickets as well. Go check out the film if you've liked the promotional content that they've released already. And wait for the trailer as well. With that, I am Sanjay Ponnappa with Maruti Acharya and you're watching India Today.